From building the Salma Dam, which is capable of generating 42 megawatts of electricity, to constructing a 285-kilometer canal known as the Kosh-Tepe Canal, the government of Afghanistan has shown no signs of slowing down infrastructural development. This rapid transformation comes after more than 60 years of unrest, which saw the country ranked as a terrorist haven. But today, that has changed. The government now invests billions of dollars in massive projects aimed at boosting the economy and providing employment. Stay with us as we take you on a journey through the biggest mega projects reforming the Afghan nation in 2024. The number one project will definitely amaze you. Number 10. Tori Dam. For more than 2 years, Afghanistan was faced with a serious drought problem, which resulted in food and water scarcity throughout the country. In fact, the World Food Program report mentioned in 2022 that the country would be struck by serious famine in less than 25 years. Farmers were worried for their crops, and the future of Afghanistan's agribusiness sector was at stake. It wasn't long before construction of the Tori Dam in the province of Zabul began. In September 2022, engineers commenced work at the site with a budget of $1.15 million pumped into the project. The dam, which is expected to store about 3 million cubic meters of water, will be used to irrigate 600 hectares of land and also generate 1,000 kilowatts of electricity. Although the idea of building the Tori Dam has been vehemently criticized by the neighboring countries of Uzbekistan and Pakistan, the country is not backing down on its planned completion of the project. It has also created employment for local firms and engineers who have been charged with the responsibility of planning and designing the dam's construction. Number 9. Herat-Kabul Road Network. On April 29, 2024, the construction of an essential road linking West Afghanistan's Herat province to the national capital of Kabul was launched. The road, which will cost $450 million to build, is planned to be completed within 5 years. With a length of 480 kilometers and a width of 12 meters, the Herat-Kabul Highway is bound to address the traffic chaos of the capital city, running through the Ghor province, Bamyan province, and Wardak provinces. Addressing the launch ceremony attended by officials, Acting Deputy Prime Minister on Economic Affairs Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar said, "The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan would do its best to solve the problems of the people, ensure security, and develop the country by launching development projects." Number 8. Trans-Afghan Railway Project. Trans-Afghan will become the economic corridor between Central Asia and South Asia, said Mohammad Shafiq Mahmood, head of the Balk Railway Authority in Mazar-e-Sharif. The Trans-Afghan railway track is just 75 kilometers long, but will serve as an important part of the Taliban government's ambitions to revive several dormant railway projects. It is part of a long-envisioned inter-country railway network that aims to eventually connect Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan with 700 kilometers of track, backed by the 3 countries that have established a working group. Linking Hairatan to the Uzbekistan border and Herat to the western neighbor of Iran, the Trans-Afghan Railway project will provide Afghanistan with an outlet to the sea, Turkey, and Europe. The project is estimated to cost $5 billion and will take 3 to 5 years to be completed. Moreover, railway transport is the fastest and cheapest means of transporting goods, with passenger trains not on the table at this stage in Afghanistan. Number 7. The Afghanistan Ring Road. A road that circles an entire country, linking its major cities and towns, namely Kabul, Kandahar, Herat, and Mazar-e-Sharif. That was the vision behind Afghanistan's Ring Road, a vital infrastructure project spanning over 3,200 kilometers when it started in the 1960s. But today, it lies in shambles, crippled by frequent wars and political unrest. Back in 2003, the US and other foreign governments tried to revive it by investing $1.5 billion. But once again, the project was halted by conflict. 3 years later, In 2006, funding for the project was cut by a wide margin of $1.2 billion when the Taliban seized power in Afghanistan. The ring road became a failed project that was beyond repairs and would cost $8.3 billion to replace it, according to a 2016 audit report by the then Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction. In fact, the vision became more bleak when the Afghanistan Ministry of Public Works noted that if the ring road were to become impassable, its central government may also collapse. With the U.S. withdrawing its presence in the war-torn country and the Taliban seizing power once again in 2021, the future of the ring road looked dark. But surprisingly, the Taliban came up with an agenda to invest massively in infrastructural projects, including the ring road. Though the budget for rebuilding it is not certain, if it pulls through, it will facilitate trade, improve transportation, and connect remote communities in and around the country's major cities. Number 6. Kabul, new city. Back in 2008, $15 billion was set aside by the Afghan government to restructure its capital, which had been overpopulated by refugees. However, this plan met with challenges that stunted its growth. But today, that plan has been revived. In 2023, the Afghan government finalized blueprints for Kabul New City and began distributing land to thousands of families. Basic amenities like water, electricity, sewage systems, and roadworks were put in place for the megacity. But the significant breakthrough came in August 2023, when the government signed a deal with Kawar Construction Company to create housing and related infrastructure for 3 million people. This enormous project will encompass multiple neighborhoods and 40,000 hectares of land, creating 1.2 million jobs in the process. The project, which promises a bright future for Kabul's residents while breathing new life into the city's downtown area, is also open to foreign investments via the Independent Board of Kabul New City Development, BKNCD. Number 5. China-Pakistan Economic Belt Expansion. On May 6, 2023, Afghanistan received a major boost on its journey towards economic stability when the Chinese government announced its inclusion in the $62 billion Economic Belt Expansion Project, CPEC. The mega project, which began in April 2015, covers a global network of roads, railways, airports, and seaports aimed at fastening the movement of products and commodities through China, the Middle East, Africa, and Europe, while reducing costs and shipping times. Afghanistan stands to benefit from the CPEC project as the narrow 92-kilometer Wakhan corridor connects it to China and will grant the country direct access to Asian, European, African, and South American markets. Not only that, the country will receive hundreds of millions of dollars in aid while opening doors for its rich mineral deposits to be exported. Number 4. The Kosh-Tepe Canal. Spanning 285 kilometers in length, 152 meters in width, and 8.5 meters deep, the Kosh-Tepe Canal is a massive canal constructed by the Afghan government on the Amu Darya River in the country's northern province. The project, which aims to make 550,000 hectares of desert land arable, will turn the country into a major exporter of wheat in the Middle East region. Not only that, the problem of water shortages will be solved as the canal will provide clean, drinkable water to millions of Afghans as a whole. The Kosh-Tepe Canal is expected to cost $684 million and will be completed in 2028 with over 200 Afghan companies engaged in its construction. As a result of this, millions of job opportunities have also been created. Number 3. The Tapi Gas Pipeline, a regional game-changer. For decades, Afghanistan has been dependent on imported energy, but with the coming of the Trans-Afghanistan Pipeline, TAPI, that is about to change. The TAPI project is a joint partnership between Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Pakistan, and India, and involves a massive 1,800-kilometer pipeline that will transport 33 billion cubic meters of natural gas annually between the 4 countries. This in turn will provide access to clean and affordable energy for millions of residents while reducing the importation of natural gas from foreign markets in Russia, Iran, and China. The project, which began in 2016, had an initial budget of $200 million, but today it has reached $7.6 billion in execution. Though the completion date is not certain, the TAPI project will add approximately $400 million to Afghanistan's annual revenue, as well as create thousands of direct and indirect employment opportunities for its citizens. Not only that, Afghanistan will get 500 million cubic meters of gas in the first decade of the TAPI's completion, which will increase to 1 and 1.5 billion cubic meters in the second and third decades, respectively. Besides using this gas to generate power for industries, the country will also be able to supply Afghan households in the central and southern provinces with enough gas for consumption. Furthermore, the potential capability to produce fertilizers will help boost the agriculture-based economy of the country as a whole. Number 2. Salma Dam. Located in the western province of Herat, the Salma Dam is a testament to Afghanistan's potential for hydroelectric power. Measuring 20 kilometers in length, this colossal dam, with its 144-meter-high concrete gravity structure, is capable of generating 42 megawatts of electricity, as well as powering homes and industries across the region. The project also provides irrigation for 75,000 hectares of land, boosting agricultural production and rural development. Though construction began in the early 2000s, it met with several challenges, including numerous attempts of sabotage by the Taliban to destroy the dam using 1,300 kilos of explosives. It was then abandoned until 2006, when the project was revived with the support of the Indian government, led by President Vajpayee. An initial investment of $275 million was received at the time. Today, it has been renamed the Afghan India Friendship Dam Salma Dosti Dam in recognition of the bilateral partnership. India's involvement with the dam dates back to 1988, when the Indian company WAPCOS offered to reconstruct it, but met with a devastating civil war. Now, as the dam gets closer to completion, it is expected to bring significant benefits to both countries. The electricity generated will power homes and businesses, while the irrigation system will support agriculture and help farmers grow more crops. Number 1. Kaf Herat Railway. Afghanistan's strategic location between China, Iran, Pakistan, and Central Asian states makes it an ideal spot to become an important transportation link in the region. The Kaf Herat Railway project is a big part of a proposed $2 billion five-nation railway corridor, spanning across Iran, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and China. This 2,000-kilometer railway will connect Herat to China's industrial region of Xinjiang, passing through Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. In May 2023, Afghanistan and Iran successfully conducted the first trial run of the Kaf Herat Railway, which of course was a significant milestone. The trial shipment included 17 wagons transporting 655 tons of railway equipment, essential for further construction of the rail line. With 140 kilometers of railway track running through Afghanistan and the remaining 85 kilometers through Iran, this project will definitely transform Afghanistan into a transportation hub for goods and commodities. The completion of this extensive rail network will also open doors to trade and economic growth on a grand scale, enabling Afghanistan to export its products and commodities swiftly and safely. This will reduce reliance on haul trucks and enhance the nation's connectivity with neighboring nations. As Afghanistan takes bold steps towards revitalizing Kabul and strengthening its connectivity, these mega projects represent hope and progress for a nation long scarred by conflict and instability. And that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. See you soon.